Baking? Oh, my first challenge back? Really? I am making a fennel bread pudding with toasted pine nuts, white chocolate, and a caramel made from fennel, orange liqueur, and orange zest. And I'm finishing that off with a really cool salad of shaved fennel, oranges, and kataffi.
Let's see how many different ways I can use fennel.
I'm trying to show that I belong back in the Food Network Star kitchen.
Finalists eliminated from Food Network Star compete to see who will get the second chance of a lifetime. A shot at becoming the next Food Network star.
All right, we got David with the corn, Eddie with the beets, and Corey with the fennel. Eddie and David are joined today by Corey, who unfortunately created an overly complicated demo in his last Food Network Star Challenge. These three have been tasked with baking something sweet, using any one of the 5 most searched summer vegetables on foodnetwork.com. While they do that, they also have to record an InstaStory for Food Network's Instagram page.
Wonderful oily pine nut.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Listen up, everyone. As you record your stories, I have some words of encouragement from your mentor, Alex Guarnaschelli.
Show me what you're doing. Educate, entertain, empower. You can be funny, but make sure you give me enough info that I'm left wanting more. That's gonna draw them in more than anything.
Woo! Yeah! Okay, Iron Chef Alex, we're going for a walk.
I'm a Southerner, and bread pudding is one of the first things my grandmother taught me how to make. And in this challenge, I'm gonna honor that by making this fennel bread pudding.
All right, what's going on? You got Chef David and Chef Jeff in the kitchen. That's a cool-ass dude right there.
I'm pretty cool.
I'm bringing the humor, I'm bringing the energy. I'm making a sweet corn cake with a bourbon maple syrup and a candied jalapeno. I'm putting cornmeal in the cake. I'm putting the corn in my cake batter. Once I reduce down my bourbon and sugar, I then add the maple syrup. 10 minutes left, I check on my corn cakes.
Look pretty damn good.
I add some melted butter and some sugar to a pan.
Who doesn't like butter? Butter is flavor.
And I add my corn cakes to the pan to get a nice golden brown crunch from the butter.
I am using beets today to make a sweet beet pizza.
I'm really trying to show the step-by-step in how I use beets to make a pizza and just have a little fun in the kitchen.
Hey-oh!
Use pizza dough, it's already made.
Store-bought.
I'm making a sweet cheese for the top, and then I'm candying beets, and I juice beets for simple syrup.
I'm going to fry some thinly sliced golden beets and coat them in sugar instead of salt, and those will be my little crispy toppings similar to pepperoni.
Perfect for brunch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back away from your vegetable and sweet baked treat. All right, everyone, I can't wait to see your Insta stories. Addie, grab your dish and come on down.
Hey everyone, it's Addie, and I am using beets today to make a sweet beet pizza. I make sweet pizzas all the time at home, especially for brunch with girlfriends. Goes great with a mimosa. Okay, it's now time to top our pizza and put it back in the oven. What I love about this for parties is you can make all of the...
It really stinks because I don't have an ending.
I was excited. I wanted to see what happened.
Sad.
There's some great tidbits in there. I wanted to see it a little more complete at the end there. I like it. I think it's really creative and colorful. I dig the shortcut of using pre-made pizza dough, but I can tell, I don't think it had enough time in the oven. I think my favorite part of the beet chips, I want a bowl of those sugared beet chips, even with salt.
Hey y'all, Chef Corey Barr here. I'm gonna be honoring everything that's true and dear to my South. My grandmother would be so pumped. I'm gonna be making a crazy bread pudding today. Oh my, look at that. The caramelized white chocolate, the roasted fennel. This is gonna be so good.
Oh, man. That's literally my second time to do that.
The one bad part was that we didn't get to see the final product.
I was just trying to pack a lot of content, a lot of energy, and tell my story.
I love this, man. This could go on a 2 Michelin star tasting menu.
Awesome.
Really could.
Looking at Corey's bread pudding, that is the most decadent, pretty bread pudding I've seen in my entire life. I'm literally scared.
What's going on, guys? The biker chef, David Rose, is in the kitchen. Roasting the corn, roasting the corn. Get a nice char on there. It's gonna add a nice sweetness and smokiness. Whenever you're baking, it's always good to butter your pan so it gives a nice release and it doesn't stick to the sides.
David's, showing a lot of energy, but I'm a little lost on where we're going with this.
I love contrast when it comes to food in general. Don't you agree, Jeff?
That was my moment to shine. I will hold it against you. But a lot of humor in there, a lot of tidbits. You hit it. My brain is saying breakfast, but my body is telling me dessert. Because it's got that custardy interior with the pops of freshness and sweetness from the corn. That was great. Good job.
Yes! Yes!
You guys all obviously had issues with your InstaStories, which means the decision for this challenge came down to one thing: the food. So the sweet baked dish that I thought made the best use of one of FoodNetwork.com's top 5 summer vegetables was the fennel and orange bread pudding.
Yes!
Congratulations, Corey.
What's up, brother?
But the person going home today is Addie.
I'm going to keep planning parties and having a really good time back home.
You're such a joy to watch.
Thank you. This is certainly not the last you will see of me.
Congratulations. We'll see you both on next week's finale of Star Salvation.